when it comes to the Pittsburgh Penguins and their overall dominance this season. It's been one of the great stories of the NHL. They have been a turn back the clock team, a team that has really done an excellent job finding contributions, not just from their stars, their superstars, but all over their lineup. And the Justin Brazeau addition has been big. The minutes and time that they've gotten out of their measured expectations from the two teenagers in their lineup has been important. Dan Muse has been a big deal. And just changing the vibe or view of that team. It's been really fun to watch. Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin and Erik Karlsson, for that instance, have been phenomenal. Here's my only question with the Pittsburgh Penguins and why I am concerned about the sustainability of their start. We just talked from the beginning of the show about trick or treat. Is the Penguins start a trick or is it a treat? I mean, it's been a treat to watch, but I think overall I'm going to say it's a trick. And the reason for that is I don't know that Artur Shilovs and Tristan Jarry in net can continue to play as well as they have all season long. Their combined save percentage heading into the weekend was .921. For reference, Connor Hellebuck has been the best goalie in the league, winning Vezinas at the .925, .926 level. So can those two guys that were basically on the scrap heap, I mean, Tristan Jarry was a buyout candidate if his contract wasn't buyout proof, and Artur Shilovs was a guy who couldn't get the job done for the Vancouver Canucks when given an opportunity when Thatcher Demko was out. They lost trust and faith in him, so they move on from him. These two guys landed in Pittsburgh with one of, an older core of their roster, and all of a sudden, they're world beaters. Those types of things can happen over the first month of a season, but can they sustain that level of goaltending to keep up? I don't think they defend nearly well enough. The numbers would indicate that that's true. At some point, is there a downturn in the goaltending here that sees the Pittsburgh Penguins sort of slowly come back to earth? I would argue that that's what's likely on tap, or at least what the numbers indicate is on tap. But every year in the NHL, we see stuff that happens that we never saw coming. No one saw this start from the Pittsburgh Penguins coming, and 4 to 6 teams every year seemingly make the playoffs that we did not expect. So the NHL is incredibly hard to predict, and not only that, but the shift from last place to playoff spot this year is even more jumbled. Take a look at this this tweet that was sent out from the BR account, the BR Open Ice account, which if you're not following, it's a must follow. But take a look at the standings. Every team in the Eastern Conference waking up today north of 500. This is your reminder that 500 isn't any good in the NHL's point system. Do you know what 500 gets you in the NHL? 82 points. Do you know what it's required to make the Stanley Cup playoffs? 95. Getting 82 points isn't good. So the league average this season is actually 586. And okay, you say, okay, league average, fine. The threshold to get to 95 points is like 568, 569. But if the league average this year is 586, and average meaning, the middle, and half the teams in the NHL make it and half don't, we might see an even higher point threshold this year to make the NHL playoffs. It might be 97-ish points. Anyway, just a reminder for you, a couple things. One, 500 isn't any good. And two, what's separating first from last is not that much. And three, when it comes to teams finding their footing in the NHL, don't look at the standings in October and November by points. Sort it by points percentage, because the teams have not played the same number of games. It's a reminder I always say, it's the best prism to view everyone through is using that points percentage tab on the standings, because you got one team that's played 8 games, another team that's played 11 games, or whatever it is. That's not a true indication, is by looking merely just at points.